The story with Jade Cargill just made some big progression on Smackdown and social media, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Bianca Belair, Naomi, and more. Starting things off with the latest developments in the Jade Cargill and Naomi storyline, because once again, more new questions are popping up. The March 21st edition of Smackdown featured a big singles match between Liv Morgan and Jade Cargill. It was Jade's first match since before the attack in November, and her fifth overall singles match in WWE. Jade was looking great and doing very well, until Naomi appeared in ringside to cause some outside interference and distractions for Jade Cargill. Naomi picked up the tag team title and hit Jade over the face with it, which most definitely is a physical action, but it's also a bit symbolic as well, because that title technically belonged to Jade Cargill, and she was never actually pinned to actually lose it, but it was because of Naomi that Jade was forced to vacate it. So it was a quick little symbolic gesture that Naomi used that title to hit Jade with. All of Naomi's interference opened the door wide open for Liv Morgan to capitalize and pin Jade for the win. This was a huge moment because this right here was Jade Cargill's first ever pinfall loss of her WWE career. No woman had ever pinned Jade in the middle of the WWE ring, but Liv Morgan will now go down in the history books as the first superstar to pin Jade Cargill. It may be a historic first loss for Jade Cargill, but there's no shame in this loss at all. You had lots of several outside interferences and attacks from Naomi. Plus, Liv Morgan was arguably being one of the most successful superstars over the last calendar year, so no shame in this loss at all. The loss was also nice for the story because it showed vulnerability for Jade Cargill. Everyone looks at Jade Cargill and assumes she's unstoppable and can't be had, and very understandably so. Her physique, her presentation, it all just screams unbeatable and undeniable, no doubt about it. But this interference pinfall loss shows that Jade Cargill is human after all, and cannot overcome everything. Jade losing in that fashion all brings up some momentum back to Naomi's side of things. Naomi has spent the last few weeks getting absolutely mopped on the floor by Jade Cargill, but now the pendulum is swinging back in Naomi's direction again after costing Jade Cargill the match and following it up with another beatdown. Naomi and Jade even recreated the backstage attack moment during this post-match attack. This went down when Naomi pushed Jade Cargill off the apron and onto the commentary table. The commentators mentioned it almost instantly, so it was not that much of a hidden secret. But the moment was obviously meant to mirror what happened in the backstage attack and show it exactly how it went down back in November. Naomi literally did the same exact thing to try and knock Jade Cargill out for the second time. Another interesting pointer about this segment is that while Naomi was beating down Jade Cargill in the ring, the live Italy crowd was chanting EST for Bianca Belair. But Bianca Belair never showed up at all to impact the segment. In reality, we know why Bianca Belair never showed up. It's because she obviously has her hands full with the Io and Rhea program on Raw, and that's Bianca's main story right now, so that's where her appearances are happening at. But in the world of strictly WWE television, it's a bad look for Bianca's character not to show up in this segment to at least try helping Jade Cargill. Because truly, Bianca Belair is a SmackDown superstar after all. She was at the heart of this Jade and Naomi storyline from the very beginning. She was obviously devastated to find out what really happened back in November. So now Naomi pulls off a similar attack on Jade Cargill post-match, and Bianca Belair is nowhere to be seen and just sits back to watch it happen again. You would think that this moment is where Bianca can come out and be like, this isn't happening again. We understand they obviously want to keep the two stories separate between Bianca's world title program and Jade versus Naomi, but it just feels really strange for Bianca's character to sit back, kick her legs up, and watch Jade Cargill get attacked by Naomi again. It feels out of character for Bianca Belair not to show up, at least to try to help in some fashion. If Bianca comes out and Jade sort of dismisses her help and shoves her away, that's understandable. It's a nice little way to write Bianca out of the story. But Bianca was never truly written out of the Jade and Naomi issue, so that's why even the live crowd was chanting and expecting for Bianca Belair to come out and help, because it just felt right within that moment. So if you're Jade Cargill and you were already on the fence about your feelings towards Bianca Belair, but now you're getting attacked again and Bianca is nowhere to be found, wouldn't that make you wonder if Bianca even cared about you at all? And that's probably still the most confusing part of this storyline. We don't have a clear answer about how Jade Cargill feels about Bianca Belair. Does she hold no grudge against Bianca and believes she's innocent? Does Jade Cargill have some underlying issue there with Bianca Belair? We have no idea, because Jade's feelings towards Bianca Belair was basically skipped over in this story following her return. But Jade Cargill did attempt to tie up those loose ends to the story on her Twitter. A fan straight up told Jade Cargill that they were waiting for her to say something and address Bianca Belair because we're all confused on where they stand at this moment. And Jade Cargill did respond to the fan asking about Bianca Belair, and Jade said that she never trusted Bianca Belair and how she was always closer with Naomi over Bianca Belair. So it seems like the hidden message of what Jade is saying there is that she was extremely close friends with Naomi more than anyone else. And look at what that got her and what Naomi did. So if her best and close friends Naomi would do something like that to her, then Jade most definitely isn't trusting Bianca Belair, who she considers to be more of a distant friend. So it was a nice little piece of information for that story, even on social media. That post from Jade Cargill confirms what everyone pretty much was already believing, that Jade is not sure if Bianca's guilty. She doesn't have enough intel to really say for sure that Bianca was in on everything with Naomi, but regardless, Jade is looking side-eyed at Bianca Belair, doesn't trust her one bit, and wants nothing to do with being by her side anymore. So Jade versus Naomi is continuing to be great. The main awkwardness in this story at the moment is that it just feels like Bianca should still have some sort of role in the story, or was she just removed too prematurely? That's what it feels like, because Bianca and Jade's relationship was left on a cliffhanger. And who knows, maybe they left it like that by design, so that you can revisit it later on. But that's the main missing piece for this story right now. Bianca cried, screamed, and yelled about how much Naomi and Jade meant to her, but they're brutally beating each other down, and now Bianca doesn't care anymore? Everything that's happening just puts Bianca Belair's character in a pretty shady spot. But again, we get it. It's not like Bianca's backstage twiddling her thumbs. She has her hands extremely full with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley at the moment. So maybe it's hard for her to find the time to step in between Naomi and Jade. And telling by Jade's strays at Bianca Belair, she doesn't want her there getting in the way anyway, so she's not complaining. Jade did go on to respond to several fans online, fans that were both on her side and fans that were against her. One fan told Jade that she owed Liv and Raquel for not coming out about who attacked her sooner than she did. Jade fired back and said she didn't owe a single thing to Liv and Raquel because she wasn't the one who accused them. Jade Cargill also revealed that she kept quiet for so long because she was hurt, betrayed, and in disbelief. She was trying to get her mental state clear before coming back and returning with a reveal. Bianca Belair even responded to Jade Cargill, taking a jab at Jade for looking like a chalk outline. And Jade Cargill responded by calling out Bianca for abandoning the situation between Naomi and herself on Smackdown. So all these posts from Jade Cargill were absolutely amazing. It was like adding extra pieces to the story that we haven't heard or seen yet on Smackdown. So it was greatly appreciated and a nice little touch to the story. We know Jade versus Naomi is coming up, but even still, there's so many open threads with this story. Did Naomi have help? Who is the witness? Where does Bianca and Jade go from here? So many unanswered questions, and hopefully we get more answers soon. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.